right, survivors, we're back with another one. Okay, so I made sure that I had the correct one. We have the end of 1.0 going into 2.0 trailer, Flames of Truth, which actually has the full ending. Well, and it has the ending that I want, that I care about. So we're just going to jump right into this instead of just blabbing on. Keep in mind, this will be some spoilers. So, and we will be going over everything. The lore as much as possible. Okay. So the events that are happening right now are what happened towards the end of 1.0. The Empire, aka Sid's father specifically, had created a machine that was able to basically rip Dalamul out of the sky, out of the atmosphere. And Dalamul was the prison for the Elder Primal, or aka one of Midgard-Sorma's kids, Bahamut. He was one of the kids that became a primal deity to the people of the Southern Islands. I'm drawing a blank on their name. But we haven't been there yet in the story. So this was the battle, like the big final battle that took place. Basically, the three major countries, Ul'dah, Limsa, and Gridania, band together, both free companies and grain companies, to fight off massive armies and hordes of Imperial troops that were spawning all over Eorzea. And this was an actual event in the game. Not so much of an event as it was a spawn occurrence where you would have like small bands of Imperial soldiers and magic tech spawning all over the place, like outside of city gates and, you know, near teleport crystals, near small towns and settlements all over Eorzea, and they were extremely strong, like endgame strong. So these events take place a year after the start of 1.0. So it's basically 1.0 happens. The Eorzeans band together to fight the Empire, and the final battle between them while the Empire is basically summoning Dalamul out of the sky. And then there is young Sid, because he basically turned his back on the Empire because he didn't believe what they were doing was right. So he joined Eorzea to try to help stop his father, because his father was the one who was behind this, who created the technology to rip Dalamul out of the sky. And it is Allagan technology. Dalamul was sealed by the Allagan Empire thousands of years ago when they were trying to invade the Southern Islands, because Bahamut is their guardian deity, basically. But he is also one of Midgard-Sorma's kids. And this is him breaking free after thousands of years, and he's pissed. And no, he did not look like that before he turned into the Elder Primal Bahamut. So this was not technically in the game, because this happened right after the end of 1.0, because basically what happened is, as the server was getting ready to shut down for 1.0, when they were about to be doing the rebuild, this trailer literally played as the server was getting ready to shut down. Like, the server shut down and this trailer started. And this party right here is supposed to be the adventurers, basically the representation of the players. And then you had Uematsu. He was the elder of scholars. He's one of the most well-known and most ancient and oldest scholars from Shalia, who came to Eorzea to basically stop. He didn't believe what the council was doing by hoarding all this information that could have saved the world. because he knew this was going to happen. So he left to come here and basically was excommunicated for it. He also happens to be the grandfather of a certain set of twins. And he formed a group called the Scions, which basically used ancient knowledge to save the world. And this is them trying to recreate the spell that the Allegan Empire used to seal Bahamut in the first place. But of course it fails because, you know, it's a big difference between back then and now. All right, so what he does here is what most people refer to is they thought he was just teleporting them out. No, he was not teleporting us out. He was sending us into the live stream ahead in time. It also had a side effect. The side effect was it wiped everybody's memory of the Heroes of Light. That's why nobody recognizes your faces. So in the lore of why nobody can remember what we look like, even though we are those heroes, specifically if the 1.0 players, sorry if you're not a 1.0 player, the reason why we're not recognized in the lore anymore is because, or recognized as those people that helped fight and save the world 5 years prior, going into, because the events between here and 2.0 are 5 years apart, just because of the time jump. Yeah, this is when he basically uses his life energy to stop Bahamut. And he's using what's also the power of the 12. That's the reason why he's able to go toe-to-toe with him in a human form body, is because he's using the power of the 12. And then he goes Super Saiyan mode right here. Breaks open the spell. And goes right through Bahamut. Now, this does stop him, but it doesn't kill him. The very first 8-man raid ever introduced to the game was basically the Binding Coils of Bahamut, which was level 50. You basically have to stop his resurrection. And right after this event, the rest of his power basically wipes, and this is part of the lore, whether it actually how it happened or not is still up for debate, how it happened, because it's just within the lore backstory now. The reason why nobody remembers is because of the events and the power that he implemented on his death. It basically wipes everybody's memory of these events. They know what happened, but they don't know exactly what happened in the faces of those who saved them, which is why anytime they try to remember their faces, they get a blinding light. And that's it. And of course, there is that small one that shows us being teleported in and then running up to that spot. I'm not going to do that one because it's just 2 minutes and it's nothing really special. But basically what happens is we get teleported to 5 years into the future, close to the Highlands and Mordona. And, you know, we don't realize it's been 5 years yet. And you kind of figure that out. And everybody's trying to be like, you know what, you look familiar, but I can't seem to know who you are. Or, you know, you just give off this vibe of somebody I recognize or knew in the past, but I can't seem to put a finger on it. That's pretty much where 2.0 starts. So yeah, hopefully that helps break down the events of the Flames of Truth trailer, or basically the ending of 1.0. So the events that happened in that trailer literally happened within minutes after the ending of 1.0. 1.0 took place for about a year in terms of both physical and lore time frame, and then it jumps to 5 years later, which is the 2.0 A Realm Reborn trailer. And that's it. That's pretty much it. So yeah, hopefully this helped explained a little bit of the backstory from 1.0 going into 2.0. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. If you guys have any additional information to add to the trailer based off of the lore without spoiling anything, feel free to post it down below. Also, if I screwed up something time frame wise, let me know, because I'm not perfect. I'm just human. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the game soon, because the episodes will be starting this weekend. Whether I get them out this weekend is a different story, but we will be starting them this weekend. To clarify, the 12th and 13th of August is when I'm going to start my character. Whether the episodes are out that quick, I don't know. But then we're also, I believe we got one more trailer that I want to watch. I don't know if I want to watch it or not. We'll figure it out, and we'll talk about it. We'll see. But anyways, guys, all right, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.